So yeah, we've decided to add a new feature into our our playground. We've decided on the Spanish Mafia module for a few reasons, really. Obviously, Juan Carlos and Juan Luis, two of our core riders, they've been with us since the start. They're some of the best riders in Spain, and we felt that it's appropriate to honor them and buy the obstacle. But that's not the only reason. It has fantastic shape, great geometry. I find that it's super playful. You can hack it around, and just like the way you can split the Spanish Mafia is absolutely sick. It offers so many different lines. The first testing we've had was right after Spanish Mafia camp that we had here, and we had beginners, we had intermediates, we had pros, we've already had sit wakers hitting it, and it's fantastic. It's fun, and you gotta hear it. The trucks arrived actually ahead of schedule. They waited for us to be ready to unload. We unloaded everything. We had a team on site ready and hyped to start working at 8 a.m. So right after grabbing the first coffee, we started unloading. We straight away watered all the obstacles, all the pieces. Shape provided us people who knew exactly how to put it together. So Jules Charot was here to put it together, help us around, pretty much lead the process. That is exactly what we needed because it's made for a smooth transition, smooth movement, smooth organization. In our past dealings, sometimes it gets a little bit messy when there's a lot of excited people to put things together. So it's important to have a leader or somebody who marks the way and direction, because everything just works smoother if there's one shared plan. We were riding it the same evening. So that's a really good question. That's a really good point. And I would say that's one of the bigger advantages, which I personally see with shape obstacles. Spanish Mafia is a great example of it. You can put the whole feature together and leave the ball on top, and we're already entering a difficult high-level territory. But you can just take it off. And you can also take the handrail off on the side. And suddenly that same feature is absolutely okay for beginners and lower-level riders. You can do everything, and you can put everything together. But you need to have a vision, have a plan, and know how you want to do it. And shape obstacles allows you to really take the features apart. Not all of them, obviously, but Spanish Mafia, Jules Charot feature, for instance, they give you the ability to play with them. And if you know that you have an advanced level or advanced group coming over, you just prep. And you prep your setup to fit your customers. If you know we're entering high seasons, most of them will be beginners and not actual pros, well, we'll probably take off the ball and make it nice and safe. Why did we choose shape? Well, I mentioned it earlier. First of all, the attention to the client, attention to details, and the approach on a personal level, but that's just them as people. But beside that, the product itself is really, really good. When we started building the cable, and I've talked to my friends from the industry that we were thinking of going with shape, I heard the feedback that the obstacles will cave in, then plastic will bend, it's not a good choice, it's not gonna survive the Spanish weather. It's the most misinformed opinion I've heard. The plastic is around 50 centimeters thick, 50 millimeters thick, which in and of itself is way thicker than the industry standard. Owning it here on the Spanish sun for the 5 years, I have nothing to complain about. They're fantastic. I mentioned it before as well, but the features themselves, they're empty inside, they're hollow, they're built from bottom up. Sounds silly, some people swear by making closed obstacles that are either filled with air or filled with foam. My experience with these ones is that I get to drill them whenever I want, I get to hack whenever I want, I get to put them together in any way I want to do it. And in theory, if they ever flip and take water inside, the way that they're calculated, they're gonna hold on and stay floating. So that's a big advantage to me because we do get windy sometimes here. The other big advantage, which is not necessarily to do with Shape, but also the sister company of Shape, so PMC Splash, it's the same brand. And for me as a cable owner, I have both a PMC installation and a cable installation filled with Shape obstacles. It's just a no-brainer partnership. Both of them work together. If it needs to be for logistic, I get trucks with features for Shape and also PMC Splash, which for me makes just a lot of sense. It's also the team. The riders are well-known, the riders are good, and the riders are keen to work and do passion projects and do cool shooting. Out of just the personal connection and how well they've approached us and how good of people I think they are, these are the main key points. They're just good.